We had a false alarm, but welcome back. This is another Stayed Out podcast. We are hoping this is our first visual podcast, so welcome. My name's Hunter.
I'm Eric.
My name is Danny.
I'm Angel.
We got on the guest Carlos X Goat today. We brought him back to get it right this time visually.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good, everybody?
Yes, sir.
So once again, how's life, Carlos?
Man, life's good right now, man. I'm blessed. I'm thankful. Thank you guys for having me again.
Yes,
It's
sir.
definitely
We
exciting, man.
got to bring you back, man. But real quick, for the people that were confused by the last title, we're starting a little bit of a series called Party Chat. So that's going to be an episode where we're just kind of not prepared, pretty much. So we're walking in and we're fucking having a conversation with each other. That's what Party Chat is, like an Xbox Live party or a PS4
Type shit.
online chat, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's just gonna consist of me, Angel, Danny, Eric, and Hunter.
yes, sir. So on to this episode, Carlos. I mean, what's planned, bro?
Man, we got
It's a new year. You know, 2023. It's been good, I think, to everybody at this table so far,
Yeah.
except for being an hour and a half late.
man,
But what's new, man? What's going on?
a lot's new. This year is gonna change a lot of things for us, man. This year's gonna set the tone. Moving forward, the brand's being infrastructured a lot different. We're getting a lot more serious. We're working as a team. Goat Hoops is getting rebuilt the right way this time. We're getting really serious about content, about behind the scenes content, documentation. You know, my little brother got the camera in his hand right now, so that's another step that we haven't done before. But
So that's what that is. You guys are doing like a documentary.
it's all just behind the scenes,
Type
man.
of-
You feel me?
okay.
Because there's a lot of things that we talk about, a lot of things that we do, and a lot of people don't see that translation, so they don't understand
Yeah.
all of what goes on. It's just kind
The
of
ins and
story
outs,
to
yeah.
everybody. So it's
Yeah.
like, no, we got to start documenting this. You know, people want to see the story and they're not going to believe it until they see it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got to really kind of just
Yeah.
show them because it's still people that don't believe it at this point, you know?
Yeah. I feel
So
that.
what kind of content? You're
Just
documenting it for what? Like
I-
what platforms, I guess.
man, honestly, it's going to be for everything. You're going to start seeing content on Instagram, you start seeing content a lot more on Twitter, TikTok. Oh, excuse me. TikTok, YouTube for sure. YouTube, we got to get back on YouTube, man. I miss being on YouTube. I feel like we just have a lot to talk about. You feel me? A lot to say, a message to kind of portray.
Yeah.
And I want everyone to understand my message as a whole. Outside of the brand, outside of wanting to buy our clothes, like come in and just meet who I am, see what I stand for, you know? Because it's really a movement, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
So for people that don't know, like, what's GOAT to you? What does it mean to you?
Man, let's address this. So GOAT is an acronym. So I started off with the nickname Carlos GOAT sophomore year, I want to say. Sophomore year was where it really kind of cemented. It started in middle school. I changed my name to that once before that and then changed it back to something else. And I don't know, something that really came up, but it's an acronym now. It stands for Gambling on All Tables. So we've done a couple different things from printing to the merch, obviously, and then the photography, and then now with the media outside of that, like sports media and all that. And there are just a lot of different avenues to go. And really, my biggest message is not only to try and do different things, but to really take it to the highest level. And the only way to do that is to take risks. You feel me? So, man, we're gamblers. You feel me? And it really started as GOAT merch. So that's one thing I want to make clear to everybody. Like, it was really something that I didn't know how I wanted to go, how I wanted to take it. And then once I started making the shirts and stuff, and I was wearing them by myself, everyone started seeing them, wanting them. I didn't believe it was going to be much of a big thing. And then once people started buying them, it was cool. But then it kind of struck me a bit that I didn't want everybody just wearing my GOAT logo, because that was a logo I kind of made personal for myself for my photos. And I was like, how can we make this bigger? Even for my little brother and my family. Like I've said this a bunch of times. Like, I don't want my little brother wearing my name. I don't want my dad wearing my name. I want it to be something we could all stand for. So we're gamblers, man. You feel me? Because we're
Yeah.
gambling. So let's keep doing this and just push the message forward. You know?
Yeah, I feel that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so backtracking to our last podcast, you were saying how you came up, you were playing sports, then you came up with go right around like sophomore year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you began to push it out hard, and then you graduated, and then you took on go outside of school. So like, how did that kind of happen?
I think GOAT was something that because it became a nickname. I think sophomore year, junior year is when I really started. Where I finished my sports chapter of my high school situation, and then I was like, all right, I need to. I don't know. I had been so passionate about that it kind of drove me crazy not being passionate about something. And not so much because I wasn't passionate, but just finding something to really just put all of my like effort into, because I'm just so obsessive at times, you know, like, and it just became all right, cool. Like I have this camera thing. Luckily, I was getting camera inquiries in my DMs before I even quit basketball, which is what kind of made me feel more comfortable about it because I was already taking photos. People were asking me to take photos for their brands, and I was like, man, I could quit sports, and really just this is realistic because I already have the opportunities, some of them, and that's where that started building. But outside of that, bro, GOAT really took off more in the sports area, like actually, and that's not really was my intention, but just going towards sports media. That, like I said before when we were talking before the podcast, like that stuff burnt like a wildfire, especially because out here in SoCal we have so much infrastructure in the basketball politic game, especially like in LA and all that. Like
Yeah,
there's a lot of structure out there with Adidas basketball, with Compton Magic, with
yeah,
Cali Rebels, all those teams out there. Like those are the main teams, but they have so much infrastructure there with the Adidas program to where they bring high rated players in, and just being around those players and being at those tournaments will bring so many opportunities to you. Within the first year, 2 years, I was already getting flown out on trips, going to paid hotels and doing all that just because of the infrastructure. And if you're good and you're passionate about it, people will take you in because it's just so much going on that everyone wants the light on them. You feel
yeah.
me?
How old were you right there when they were flying you out and stuff?
My first flight, I want to say, was in 2019. So I think was junior year. Junior year was like, man, like that was a big moment for me when it was like, okay, cool, I could actually get flown somewhere. You feel me? And it was like, all right, cool. I couldn't even check into my own hotel room. I couldn't check in my own
That's
car. I
crazy.
couldn't do none of that. So but thankfully I was with a program that really took care of me. Like they really, like with the Cali Rebels program, they really took care of me. And just getting that connection through being in the city was kind of crazy, but they really took me under their arms. And for a lot of people that don't know, like I connected to them through someone named Hornsby, which actually worked for the school district, and he worked at my middle school as a supervisor. And then when I transferred to Patriot, he actually transferred over as well under Mr. Owens. And I knew Mr. Owens in middle school too because he was my principal in middle school.
Mhm.
So when I was graduating that or promoting, they were all getting ready to go to Patriot. I didn't know. And so when I showed up at Patriot my first year, I didn't know anybody. But then out of nowhere, I recognized the principal and I recognized a couple. I think it was like 2 or 3 supervisors he took with him, and it was crazy because Owens actually had a big hand in a lot of the basketball stuff, and his son played for the program that I was working for too. So it's just a lot of weird connections, but that's definitely where GOAT took off first. And then the kids in that area were the ones that hyped up everything after that. You feel me? Outside of just being at school, you feel me?
I get you. So, what was your intention?
Oh, that's a good one. So I think my intention always from even sports was just trying to find a way out.
Mhm.
It was like, okay, I need a way out. You feel me? Like I can't keep doing this. A lot of people don't know, but my older brother's actually he's been locked up for almost 10 years now. So, and this is one of the first time I'm saying this on any type of platform. So, seeing that and just understanding what certain things will lead you to, it just takes you to a certain mentality of just understanding that didn't work out for him. I saw that. I understood that. I thought that was okay. And then switching it to, okay, no, that's not going to end. I'm going to end up there if I keep doing that type of stuff. So let me just figure out myself and let me see how I can make a way out. So then I embedded myself in sports, keeping me out of trouble. And after that, that was where I really put my love and my passion at. And then once that wasn't going to work out for me, it was like, okay, cool. But I got to find another avenue. Like I can't be stuck sitting somewhere. You feel me? Like I need to find a way to progress in some form. And photography just came and really took me in. And it was like, all right, man, like it's a blessing the way this is working out, and I just got to keep seeing how far I can take it. You feel me?
Yeah, pretty cool. You were saying too how before the podcast, how you were saying how you got these chances because like you took a risk and like you met the right people. So like, what people did you meet along the way to get you to the point where you're at now?
Ooh, it's a lot. It's a lot of good names, and I don't want to leave anybody out. But off the top, for sure, like I said before, Hornsby was like one person that really took me under his wing and put me in the game as far as basketball. Um, so many names. Sean Joseph from quarterfinal. He's someone that took me in as one of the first brands that were really taking me serious. They're doing a lot of big shit now. They're in sneaker con. They're in complex certain situations. They're out in LA. They're doing a lot of stuff with the brand. Their page has blown up since then. Um, People like man, I can't even name. Jimmy Waters is someone that really took me under his wing. We did about 5 or 6 videos that are still on his YouTube right now. He's a Riverside native, an artist that has kind of found his own buzz right now and is pushing. City James is another big one that I mentioned on another podcast earlier last week. He's someone that is still showing me the ropes right now, like just being around him and absorbing his energy and really taking that under a really, really deep telescope and just understanding things for what they are, understanding the game and seeing how he moves. Um, Man, there's so many. It's hard to address everybody, but
Yeah,
I just want to say like I've met a lot of people that I feel like sometimes I don't even feel like I should be meeting at the time, and it's such a surreal moment. But it's like I got to take that in. Like just last week, I was telling everybody off camera that I met one of my biggest idols that I've been looking up to since 2012, bro. Like someone that I've been looking at all his photos, all his work, and someone that really brought me a lot of inspiration. His name is George Panici, and he's been working with Nipsey Hussle for a long time. And just even being able to meet him under whatever circumstance that was, and be able to talk to him face to face, like those are moments that really make you step back and gain perspective on what work can really do, you know, because sometimes you feel like you don't got any other option or any other route in front of you. And life would just amaze you sometimes. You know, it'll just wake you up and show you that like, no, you have to stay consistent and you'll be able to enjoy those fruits of your labor. Just don't get lazy. You feel me?
yeah,
But yeah, man, a lot of good people. A lot of people, man.
that's pretty cool. I saw too like you posted maybe like a month ago how you were shooting for Bino. How'd that
Yeah.
happen?
Oh, that's a crazy story. That was a big one too, man. Bino, like I said, that whole camp, man, like the whole Almanian camp, their camp they got going on. People that I look up to, man. People that I know that are local and that I know that aren't as too far away from me, but how to get in reach with them, you know? And that situation actually came off of a crazy connection that I made with Coot Corleone, which is actually his artist that he signed. Me and him have been going back and forth for a couple months. Like I had been texting him, shouting him out. He's been dropping songs. I'll post it, like just straight off of love. I didn't even know the dude, you know. And within time, like people catch on. They see the same name and they start tapping in, like, oh yeah, like bro, appreciate the love, bro, this and that. And then um, I forgot the exact weekend, but they were at James Harden's house. It was Bino, Coot, and then a couple of their LA friends, and they were at James Harden's house for the weekend. And it was crazy because like they were posting that they were out there with him, and he's from LA, so it's like they're all connected. You feel me? But then that weekend they came back. The beginning of the week they had posted. Ku had posted doing a video with Bino Nissan models tap in, and they said it was in LA. I was like, what the hell? Like this is crazy. And I had seen it in the middle of the day. It was probably like honestly, it was probably like 11:30, and the video was at 1 o'clock, and it was in LA. I tapped in like, hey, I'm not a model, but let me come through and take some photos. And then he texted me back like literally 15 minutes later, like, bro, if you want to pull up, here's the address, be here by 1:30. And I was like, what the hell? It's about to be 12. Like, I don't got no time to get ready. Like, as in LA, I gotta look it up. It's like 2 hours away. Like, you feel me? Like, it's crazy, right? Somehow I pulled it off, bro. I got there like I think like 20 minutes late, just booming through traffic. And luckily everything was running behind. So then I got there. Um, We waited like 15, 20 minutes. Bino and them got there. I said what's up to them, introduced myself. And then from there, I just started taking photos, man. And they were really fucking with me that day. And it was really cool to be able to like break it down because I didn't get my own moment with Bino for a minute until they actually had a break in between. And I had to go outside in the back of the building. And there was like literally, I'm not even playing, like 50 dudes out there just guarding him, smoking blunts, doing all that. Like, but they're just guarding him. And you know, these guys just have the meanest mugs. You feel me? And I was like, all right, where's Bino? And they're like, he's in the back, like he's smoking or whatever. And I was like, I'm gonna go back there and try to get some photos. And everyone was like, nah, don't do that. Like, there's a lot of dudes back there. You don't want to do that. And I walked to the back. As soon as I opened the door, everyone was just dogging me. I'm like, oh man. So I'm walking by, like shaking my head, like, thank you, excuse me. Everyone's just dogging me, like, who's this dude? I go up to Bino. I'm like, hey man, like, I'm a photographer. I'm trying to get some photos of you. Like, would you mind? And he was like, hell yeah, come through. And then everyone kind of eased off of me. And then I actually got to talk to him for like 20 minutes. And we chopped it up. I told him about listening to him and No Pressure, him and Nip's album every single day. And he was like, bro, that's so love. Like, and then I showed him my Instagram. And he was like, bro, I be seeing your shit. Like, I'm going to tap in with you. You feel me? And then that was another one that really was like, man, like I listen to him every single day. If you guys go on my lives on my Instagram right now, like I bet you 3 or 4 of all the lives I posted have Bino and Nipsey's album on it. Like every single time I go live, I play that album.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's crazy to be able to meet those types of people, man.
Dude, that's dope. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's a gamble in itself. I think about it. I mean, you're 2 hours away. You got an hour and a half to get there. Show up 20 minutes late, and he's still taking you in, you know? So it's all about the opportunities that you're taking on yourself. You're gambling on yourself, you know? And then walking through everybody that's mean mugging you. The people on earth don't do that shit.
That's
and
crazy.
Just, you know, excuse me, move the fuck out of my way. I need to take some pictures, you know?
It's scary, man. It was scary. But it's like, bro, I thought about it like, man, I might never, ever meet this person ever again or ever be put in the same position with this person. So it's like, if I don't do this, I'm gonna be so mad because literally, like, and this is funny because even with this story about meeting George Peniche, when I met him, it was just another situation that was like literally like it was 10 o'clock. He said, be here by 11:30. It was in fucking Watts. I had to drive from Herbert Valley to Watts. Traffic was crazy, middle of the day. And it was like, and I got there a little bit late and he was running late. So and then it's like, what's going on? You feel me? But like those two situations are so random and they were like some of the biggest moments that I've had within the last year. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, just always be ready. You feel me? And never turn down an opportunity because you feel belittled for having to reach in for it. You feel me? Like closed mouths never get fed. And I realized that like you can't be that cool person that's just like, I'll wait for the time to come. You feel me? Like you have to put your hand in that bucket and see if you get that opportunity, you know?
Yeah.
And like with George, bro, you could look up his page right now. He has over 100,000 followers. And he posted on his thing like, hey, I'm in Watts with some free time. Who's trying to grab lunch? And I replied to that. He has a blue check and 100,000. I'm not expecting he's gonna reply to me. And in 10 minutes, he replies with the address saying, hell yeah, bro, tap in. Like,
yeah, that's cool.
it's like, how does that happen? You feel me?
Yeah.
That, and I had messaged him before because he works still with the marathon and Almanian and all that. And they have had moments where they post up like, hey, we need a street team, tap in the IE cities and all that stuff. Like, send me your information. I'm gonna reach out to you. And I sent him my information a couple times, then posting that, and he never got back to me. And just randomly that one day I sent that message, like he got back to me ASAP. And like it's crazy because another one, you go through the messages, you see the history, you see me tapping in, like sending my information, trying to get it. And even though he didn't reply, you feel me? Like just
Still saw your name pop up
randomly, like you feel me? Like, and not even just seeing my name, but like that's just like keep shooting, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna get it if you don't keep shooting, and you can't have that pride. You feel me? Because some people won't get a reply one time and never try it again.
Yeah, it probably would have made a difference if he never seen all those like texts that you sent him. Like, oh,
literally,
dude.
bro.
Yeah.
And some of them are just like him posting old pictures of him and Nip, and it's like me just replying like, "This is crazy," or like, "Bro, like you feel me? Like y'all are inspiration," like shit like that. Like, just being genuine, man, and not being too cool to say what's up. Like,
Yeah.
man,
It's pretty dope. Yeah, it's cool too, cause like, dude, like, it's luck too. And when you do get that chance because of luck, like you gotta attack it and not be scared of it.
oh man, I think everyone gets scared, man. Like it's very nerve wracking. I don't think you're ever gonna get comfortable with putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation. I just think that sometimes you're just like, fuck, I have nothing to lose, man. Or maybe I might have everything to lose, but it's worth it. You feel me? And that's the moment of just like, how serious are you about it? You feel me? Because
Yeah.
like you're gonna get tried, bro. And if you don't try and push past these barriers, like you're never gonna get there. And I seen some shit recently about yeah, I don't know if you guys know who Rick Rubin is. So Rick Rubin's he's like a A&R for music, but he's considered one of the best A&Rs in the industry because he just has an ear. Like he's worked with Pharrell, he's worked with a lot of people, and I listened to one of his podcasts just recently, and he was talking about the power of idea and universe, and when you have ideas, bro, or when you have moments, or when you have opportunities, like it's very important to understand that this is coming to you for a reason. Like you're being sent this, and everyone has kind of like these little antennas, and you're gonna be receiving ideas. And people that receive ideas more often are better at receiving ideas. People that don't receive ideas or don't focus on their ideas as much don't receive ideas or strong enough ideas as often. So when you have an idea or something comes to you and you want to do something and you don't do it, that idea is still in the universe and it's gonna hit somebody and somebody's gonna do it. So sometimes I don't know if you have ever had that moment of like you have an idea of something you want to do and then out of nowhere you don't do anything and a month later you see somebody else that did that same thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
Fuck,
bro, I
man.
wanted to do that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like he was explaining how, like, bro, that's just the universe. Like you're gonna be sent ideas, and if you don't practice making those ideas come to reality, people are going to pick up on those ideas. And it's not
Yeah.
because they stole your idea, but it's because that idea was ready to come to life and you never put that power in to really manifest it, you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes, bro, like when opportunities come to you, just understand, like,
You gotta take them.
I got to take this opportunity because if I don't take it, somebody's going to take it. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's the craziest moment because you're going to be regrets worse than failure.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna ask
you feel
you,
me? Like,
That's facts.
was there a shot? Was there a shot you regret not taking?
oh, man, yeah, bro. There's shots every single day that I don't take, and it's probably because I'm an overthinker. So like, I'm one of those people that like people will see that I don't drop or don't come out for 2-3 months at a time, and it's probably because I'm overthinking my next spot, my next situation, my next idea. But I think, yeah, man, there's so many shots I feel like I should have taken. Like even with Go Hoops, bro. Like I said, I'm rebuilding Go Hoops right now. I was out of Go Hoops for about a year and a half to 2 years, and I was already like, man, I'm over this. Like, I'm not doing this no more, especially because I had just gotten out of sports. So I was like, man, I'm the same age as all these kids. I'm still in gyms every weekend. Like, why? Like, you feel me? And these kids are living my dream. I don't want to be here. You feel me? Like, and it got me so rebellious about it. And just my exit was kind of weird, but bro, that was the biggest blessing in disguise, and I'm not realizing that until now. And like I said, I could have built for the last 2 years, but I took some time off, and now like just getting back on that page and even doing just a couple posts I've made, like I've realized how much of a community I've had, and it's like, bro, I should have just been catering to this the whole time because this would have been probably way bigger than it would have been right now. You feel me? And at the time I was working, I was already connected with Balls Life and Beach City Hoops, which
Yeah.
are two of
Yeah.
the best media platforms out here for
Yeah.
basketball in this area. You feel me?
Mm.
Like I was already working hand in hand with Beach City Hoops. I had already done the Balls Life All American Junior All American camp. I was a part of the media squad for 3.5 to 4 years straight. Um, with Balls Life, I was doing. I did a couple events with Beach City Hoops, and it's like those are big names, you feel me? And to see my some of my clips and stuff that I shoot for them to end up on that page that has 2 million followers or a page that has, like when they have those big numbers, it's like, man, like I was right there. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then it's like now rebuilding because I took 2 years off is like shit. Cause I still have like beginning of the year, I still got a message saying like, hey, there's this big tournament. I need a squad. Da-da-da. It's one of the dudes I used to work with. And it's like, man, that's crazy because I remember he was working under me for his first tournament, and now he's working with Beach City Hoops and he's on their squad. So it's like, man, like you feel me? So many opportunities just pass up,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of players that I was working with at the time that now are either really in the deep college or some of them even got drafted. So it's like seeing those situations happen and be like, damn, I took pictures of you 3-4 years ago, and now you're in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like you feel me? Like I was right there. You feel me?
That's sick.
And then I just quit. So it was like, man, it's a lot. You feel
Now
me?
that you're getting back into it, is there like
Like, do you struggle with some of the stuff you go through or
Yeah.
go do?
The
And what are you
creativity,
doing
Yeah.
differently to like overcome these new obstacles that you didn't have before?
A lot of obstacles, man. Just even in life, there's a lot of obstacles, a lot of growth. You feel me? But I think that's one thing that is always going to help is just experience. I think my biggest obstacle right now, to answer your question first, is that I'm approaching the whole thing differently because before it was really just like freelancing. So it
Yeah.
was like, okay, cool. Like, let me just post up who has a game this week, tap in. It'll be someone from Long Beach High School tapping in for Monday. It'll be someone from a school in Irvine tapping in for Tuesday. It'll be a school from San Bernardino for Wednesday, and then it'll be back to Irvine on Friday. And then freelancing is just very stressful. But one thing that I think a lot is that I made connections in that space already. So that now that I'm kind of diving back into it, I got really lucky with an opportunity for the last 2 seasons that I did it to be able to do long-term contract with the same team. So right now, a lot of people don't know, but I'm finishing up a organized deal with Moreno Valley basketball, the girls basketball team out there at Moreno Valley High School. I covered their whole program for all their games. So basically, their whole season, I was at every single game, in exception. So these last two that happened this last week, but I was there. I filmed all the games, do highlight tapes, all that stuff, and just covered the team. You feel me? Get them media coverage. A lot of people don't know I was a media director. I was on the board of directors as a media director for a school in Inglewood called ICP Academy. I was there for a year and a half doing all their media direction and their shit for all their basketball players for their teams. So I think that's one thing that I really shifted into where I was like, okay, the smart way to do this is to go long term and build a relationship with the program, especially because the money's a lot. I don't want to say a lot better, but it's more stable. The schedule's more stable. You can
Yeah.
have a schedule put together. You feel me? You're not building a schedule every week and a half.
Yeah.
So it's like that's definitely somewhere I'm taking that the whole go hoops thing. And to answer your question, the obstacles, man. Obstacle I think mainly is just time. Time is crazy because like I was just talking to Danny about this. Like I just did a seasonal these last couple months, and that's such a grind. But just because we're so into and so motivated to keep upping the quality of all the clothes, and fashion gets expensive. You feel me? So I picked up a seasonal these last couple months, and bro, that really showed me how far I could stretch time. Like, okay, like I'm working from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. We're doing that for 4 days out of the week. And then I have kind of like a half day where I'm kind of like a bender. And then I have another day and a half to where I can just go and do whatever I need to do. Go to LA, book shoots, do whatever I got to do between those 2 days of the weekend, and then go straight back to having to work every single night. So I think time is just the obstacle of trying to understand it. But now that I'm kind of playing with it more, it's like, man, you could get so much done in a week if you really understand it. You feel
Yeah.
me? And not just that, but still trying to balance family time. That shit's stressful. But
Yeah.
man, I think just getting better with that and balance. You feel me? That's my biggest obstacle.
That's a good thing too, dude. Like we're so young, and so we have time, and like you're realizing too that for those past couple years, like you could have been shooting for teams, but you took time off. But us being so young, and like you realize that you could have been doing that the whole time. So just going back into it, just don't have no regrets behind it. And bro, like where you're at now, dude, like you're in the room with these rappers and stuff like that, and you're 20 years old. Just imagine in 5 years where you'll be at, bro. It's
I think, yeah, no, for sure. That's crazy to think about, bro. And I think right now my main thing is just focusing on I've 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 built some type of rapport for myself. And I think right now is like if I'm gonna build this brand and I'm gonna do everything the way I said I'm gonna do it. Oh, excuse me. I have to give myself I'm looking at everything right now within 10 years. So
yeah,
even
long
though
term.
I'm 4 years into it, whatever you guys want to say, from when I actually started all this, I feel like I'm barely really starting this right now. You feel
Yeah,
me? And like with the brand, we just established the actual brand as a whole about 2 years ago. So I think it's about to be another 6 years until we even get off the ground with connecting with everyone around here. You feel me? And I'm trying to like honestly really dive into the community and really take over in a sense the city
Yeah.
and not in a way of like me being the biggest person or whatever, but like I want everyone in the city to understand what we got going on, and I want everyone to really understand the movement, even if they don't want to be a part of it. Just I want to be able to get in front of everyone's faces, you know, because not everyone's gonna like it, but the plan is just to let everyone understand what we're doing and trying to build a better image for the people that are coming up. You feel me? Because I know coming up, especially with my little brother and my little cousin being there in my life, I want to set an example for them. I want to set an example for even just people around me my age. You feel me? What's good, everybody? It's your boy Carlos, formerly informally known as Carlos Goat. You feel me? We got the Gamblers merch on, but make sure to stay tuned with Stay Dialed. Tap in with my guys. Make sure to support them, like, comment, share, and give them a shout out, man. Let's go. Basically just saying that it doesn't cost nothing to be that the light, you feel me? Or just even try to be someone that just motivates people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of unmotivated people, especially in where I grew up in Ruberdale. I feel like it hits a lot more personal when you come around those areas and you grow up in those areas, and you just see a lot of people in situations that they can't really do anything about because of the situations they've been blessed to be in. And it's like a lot of these people don't even have aspirations to move out of this because they don't see anything beyond that, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like,
That's all they
man,
see.
like
That's hard.
it's like, yeah, it's hard. And then just being like, man, like I remember when I first started talking about making a brand or even just being a photographer, I feel like a lot of people look at it like almost kind of like being an actor or being big in Hollywood. It's like, I want to be a photographer, and it's like, oh yeah, good luck with that. Like, we'll see what happens with this and that. And it's like, no, like this shit's really possible, bro. Like LA is really an hour away. Like it's not, you feel me, untouchable. But it's like
Yeah.
because they make it so fantasized, it's like it's all smoke and mirrors,
Yeah.
bro. It's all accessible. You can be there. You feel me? It's just
Yeah. How do you balance Goat Hoops with your brand?
I think that's a good question. I think okay, so a lot of my brands, they're definitely all linked together with the whole goat theme. But I think my biggest tool within building my brands is making, I guess you could say, me or the movement bigger than anything, and not just that, but I feel like the way that I wanted to structure everything was to make my lifestyle some type of a job.
Yeah, I get you. So you're using Goat as your brand. So like when you go to shoot for Goat Hoops, you're you're the brand essentially, and then if you go shoot for a video, you're the brand also. So is that how like you're trying to carry it as like you being the whole brand?
I think right now, just because of how I've had to structure with my because I'm obviously the face of it. Okay, so like
Yeah.
I started. You feel me? I started moving it. I'm under the CEO label. You feel me? So I'm someone that has to talk a lot and like
Yeah.
explain and
Promote
show
it.
what's going on with what we got going on. But I think mainly it's really just taking that movement with us no matter what. You feel me? And I think no matter where we're tapping into, what area we're in, it's like that's the name of the game. We're literally just in different lanes and we're taking these risks, and you see me out here just working. You feel me? So I think overall it's just like it's just a message. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like it's tied to my name and it's tied to my face, but at the end of the day, I just want to stand for something bigger. You feel me?
Yeah. What keeps you going to like
Whew.
keep going
I'm
each
gonna be
day
honest
out
with you.
there?
To be 100% real with you, bro, it's my family, man. Like, period. Like, I can't, man. Like sometimes, I mean, I'm gonna be 1,000% real and uncensored here, but sometimes it really just be like, man, there's no. You just get tired. You feel me? And then you question a lot, you doubt a lot. But I think at the end of the day, it's like the main messages that I have just for me in general is just one, like I said, being that light to not only my family but to whoever wants or needs someone else to look up to. And then on top of that, just trying to get my situation a little better. And that comes with everybody around me, you know? So definitely my family and then just anybody else who look up to me, you know? Because
Yeah.
I feel like I you carry that weight. You carry that responsibility in a way. Especially when you present yourself as someone that is trying to make a change. There's definitely a lot more because you kind of just signed yourself up for being a model to a lot of people,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like I've gone through my situations where I don't know how to handle that, but at the end of the day, I'm just like, man, like it's not that I'm trying to put up a facade. I'm really somebody that's trying to help and really care about a lot of people. It's
Yeah.
just doing it and maintaining my level of sanity. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'm doing it for my family, man. Like I want them to be taken care of.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, like same here too, dude. It's like hard to push each day. Just you wake up, you're like, fuck, dude. I have to go to work. I have to, go hit the gym when I don't want to. It's just you got to push through it. That's the hard thing too. And I feel like for me, my ultimate purpose is for my family too. To get them to the point where like they don't have to work anymore. So I feel that too.
That's real, man. That's real.
You have something to carry you through those like thoughts, like something you do other
Carries
than
me.
the photography.
Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? I still catch myself a lot wanting to play basketball, wanting to get into that sport again, you feel me? But one thing that I've definitely found that helps me that I don't understand why I stopped doing was working out. Like because of the whole sports aspect of it, it's like you don't realize how important it is, or you don't know how essential that is to your life until you stop doing it. And that shit fucks with your mental health. It
Yeah,
fucks
dude. It
with your
helps out with
weight,
a lot with stress,
fucks with everything. You feel me?
anxiety.
And it's like, man, like just making time to do that, even if it's within the moments that I'm actually working at the desk and I have my moments where like my videos are exporting and they're loading, and sometimes they could take 5 to 10 minutes. And even if it's not that long, bro, I'll drop and do about 10, 15 push-ups. I'll do, you feel me? And I'm knocking out
Yeah.
2, 3 videos a day. So it's like I'll drop and do those push-ups, or like even just between my time before I shower, you feel me? Doing a couple pushes, doing a couple sit-ups, stuff like that. Like just little things, man. Watching what I put on my body a lot more. You feel me? I still have my moments where I'll just kind of be like not giving a fuck and just not having time, but really just trying to make better changes in my lifestyle without having to change things I do. You feel me? Just like how can I add this and help myself a little bit. Um, but other than that, really just trying to stay in contact with my family, man.
Yeah.
I think being in constant contact is like crazy because you could feel very quickly that you're alone on an island when you're on a completely opposite schedule as everyone,
Yeah.
and you don't speak to anybody for days at a time. That shit really loses you sometimes. And even if it's hard because you have tough relationships with your family, like that's something that I can attest to, where like you might be arguing or you might be, yeah, whatever the case might be, man. And that shit makes it harder on you because emotionally that distracts you while you're working, and just always understanding that it's bigger than that, trying to keep everyone together and maintain connection with your people, man. Even if it's not your family, even if it's your best friend, even if it's your, like my little brother and my little cousin, like they go to school together, and they see each other, they have classes together, but I might go a week at a time not talking to them. And then it's like, what's going on with the brand? What's this? What's that? And it's like, man, I'm so sorry. I'm so lost in what I'm doing. You feel me? Like it's
Yeah.
such a schedule, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Do you
Yeah.
have like a fear of anything?
Going
Like,
broke.
okay.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, that's a big one. But I think my biggest fear is my biggest fear, bro, is probably really honestly, besides going broke, because that's always probably everyone's biggest fear, is just losing myself, bro.
Bro, that's so true too. I
Like
thought that too, bro. Like
it's
my
real.
fear, dude, is like not caring anymore. Just saying like fuck it, dude. Like I don't care about my health no more, about money no more. Just like fucking just saying fuck it, say everything.
Yeah, bro. And
That's a big ass fear though.
you
for
hit
sure.
you hit those moments, bro. I've been through those moments a couple times of just like I said, there's not I call it just misalignment. You feel me? Just not being aligned with what your original quest was, and then just losing track of that, not seeing the importance of it. But I think, man, like I think that goes hand in hand with really trying to stay connected with your family. And I think my biggest fear is really losing my connection with the people that I really care about, people that care about me most, because I've realized like beyond the money, bro, like I came up on money for myself fairly early. I've always been trying to make money somehow. Like I was that kid in third grade that was selling candy. You feel me? Like, and I was remember that I was the first kid in the school at that age that was like really doing that on the basketball court, selling lollipops and all that crazy, that stuff. And it was like I always wanted the money, and the money always made me feel safe. But once I hit a certain point and I was getting more money than I had ever thought, and I was still in school, it gave me this head. You feel me?
Yeah.
It was like, man, like what? You feel me? Like I'm trying to
Yeah.
get up out of here. I even asked my dad to drop out. He was like, nope, that's not happening. You're finishing school. Like I need to see you walk that board or that stage. Still didn't do it, but you feel me? Like,
Did that ass? We all did it.
no, we didn't do that
The
shit.
whole year
But
didn't.
man, I think that's for sure. Like just losing track of myself again. You feel me? Because I did
Yeah.
lose. I lost track of myself a little bit.
During
Man,
COVID. Or-
yeah, bro. Actually, at that time, I partnered with a real estate firm that was doing a lot of buying houses, a lot of fixing houses and flipping them, and even like Airbnbs. They had a list of Airbnbs themselves, and me working with them actually was crazy because I bumped into them through the basketball situations. It was one of the dads from the basketball program. He's like, bro, I got some bread. I'm trying to buy some houses. What's up? He's trying to help me film this. And like, you feel me? I need photos. I need to put them up on all these, like, you feel me?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, bet, let's do it. And he was like, yeah, come on, youngin. Like, we're going to make this bread together. So I was like, all right, bet. So then we go. I help him with like 2 or 3 projects. And those projects were different because those projects were percentage wise. They weren't, okay, how much you need up front. It was like, hey, if let's discuss this. It's like a 3-month project. Come in, do this. I'll give you money for gas here and there. But once we sell the house or once we flip it or whatever,
Yeah.
then you'll get your cut.
Yeah.
And I never knew what cut money was like at that point. So then when they're buying a house for 350 and they're selling it for 420, and I get a cut of that money, and that's thousands. You feel me? And it's like, that's crazy. You feel me? And I'm
Yeah.
still going to school every day, and I'm still, you feel me? And it's like, oh yeah. And then that's when you hit those points of like, you get that big head, and then you start
Yeah.
looking at everything different, and then people start asking you for money, and you understand what that's about, and you're still trying to be nice to everyone, and you just get lost, bro. Your relationships change. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like, I don't know, man. But I'm thankful I went through that though, because if I didn't go through that right now, I wouldn't be as stable as I am. I would have be going crazy right now. You feel me? Because right now I understand the value of like having
Time.
money in your bank account
Yeah.
and not where like I used to be that person before because I was still in high school and I wasn't old enough to have a Cash App or a Venmo, but I still had those accounts. I was that person that got sent $400 for a weekend of shooting, and then I go fucking cash it out and pull it out of the ATM because I'm scared the IRS is gonna come get me because I'm not old enough. You feel me?
Yeah.
So all my money was cash, but it's like now it's like, okay, I can have money in the bank account. I can have money cash. I can have, we need to have safety fund. We need to have,
Yeah.
you feel me? Like, let's invest in this now. You feel me? Let's buy let's buy this bunch of shirts. Let's buy a bunch of hoodies. It's like, it just gave me a lot more focus mentally
Yeah.
and financially.
Yeah, bro, same here. Cause like when I started working my junior year, like I'd be making maybe like $300 every 2 weeks. And I'd be like, oh, cool. Got some money to buy for shoes, some clothes, and then senior year came around, and then my friend was like, dude, like there's college coming up. Do you got shit saved for college? They're like, nah. And then she's like, well, you better start saving because it's not cheap. I was like, yeah, fuck, you're right. So then I started saving, and then thankfully I had fast food. So so I was going free. So at that time during COVID, I had some bread stacked up. So then I bought my card cash, and then from there, like I got into that mindset of eh, investing and stuff like that. So it's kind of good that I went through that phase, and like now that I realize that there's a bigger picture of like trying to be stable financially, thinking long term, trying to buy houses, you know shit like that. So I'm glad too that I went through that phase.
How do you think that affected you buying your car cash?
How it affected me,
'Cause that's a feeling I haven't felt.
bro.
You
Like
feel me?
I think deep down, I just don't like debt, dude. Cause like growing up, I saw my parents, struggle financially, and like them being like afraid of debt. So when I grew up, I just thought to buy things cash. Like even now, dude, like I have no debt at all. No car loan. I have credit cards, but I pay them off each month. So I'm just fucking scared of debt. But now I learned what's good debt and bad debt. So now if I do have debt,
Yeah.
it's for a house. So yeah,
No, it's all a system, man. It's crazy
yeah,
to think about. Literally, you have to understand how they play these games, bro.
yeah,
It's
bro.
wild. But man, even just seeing like even seeing my homies run their production companies and stuff and seeing all the equipment they use and seeing all the people on set, seeing everyone coming in to do a specific job and everyone gets paid and this whole thing is branched out of a business. How do you run this? How do you maintain all this equipment? How do you maintain these schedules? How do you do all this and do that? And it's like whether you like it or not, it's really all like renting. It's really all leasing certain things, paying people off a salary, and it's like that kind of all circles back down to debt. If you think about it, because you
Yeah.
got to like put money up, you got to play with the money, you got to be able to have the money to save these. It's just like, man, it's seeing how like they don't own these $20,000 cameras,
Yeah.
but they're charging their people the budget as if they did own it with enough budget to be able to rent all this professional equipment.
Yeah.
So they're literally just operating this machinery for the day, and they're getting paid this fat check, and then they go return everything back to the rental house.
They're the middleman.
So it's like,
Essentially.
bro, but I mean, they still have to go to school to learn how to operate this equipment. It's just they know how to operate the system to where, hey, it's going to be this much, and that price is already including all the equipment they need for
Yeah.
the exact rental that they need it for. And it's like, that's really playing with debt. For me, that's like
Yeah.
playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy, man. Like, I don't know.
Gotta play smart though. That's for sure.
Money's fucking, money's fucking stupid. I'm so tired of it.
Yeah. It
Like
is
this
stupid.
piece of paper with a face on it that's colored light green is on this planet for power. That's all it is. It's a power scheme.
Power and stability.
It's a crazy
believe,
angle. I
too.
like
It
that.
is. We give it value though. That's the thing.
I like it, though. I like
It doesn't matter if we give it value, then it has power. That's all it is. It's
That's
kind
what
of
it's been
it's kind of fucked
since
up.
the beginning of time.
No, not since the beginning of time.
It's
Just recently it
yeah.
has.
power. Money was other crops
Power. No, I think
before the dollar.
I
and
think
the coin
power
and
is
whatever.
evil because like people want power. That's how people are. People are greedy. They want more and more. Because we give the dollar value, people want more and more of the dollar because we give it that value.
Mm.
I don't know. It's deep. It's deep.
I just think it's crazy, man. They be printing so much money every day, bro. It's kind of
$31
wild.
trillion.
Bro, that's crazy how they print it and we work for it. That's fucking deep. That's deep. That's
Yeah.
deep.
That's hilarious. So they
I
print
said
it,
I was
we
over there
work
like,
for
fuck.
it.
You're right.
Bro, that's a bar right there. That's a bar.
No, real shit, man. It's crazy.
$31 trillion in debt. You, myself,
33 trillion
Angel,
raised.
you, Eric, Isaiah, and Jose. We all are $94,000 in debt right now.
We're gonna turn this corner. This is funny.
Wait,
This
who?
is crazy.
Who
I
said? Who said? I'm in
no,
debt.
we're in. No, he's talking about us as a country.
As a
We're-
US,
yeah,
yes.
we're in debt. But I also
Nah.
just seen some shit to go
See,
into the.
he
whole-
really
He
is
said,
scared of that. He said,
"Uh-huh."
huh? Who said I'm in debt?
I'll really be there.
Huh? I'll pay it off right
Man,
now.
talking about that though, it's crazy to see. I was looking into some stuff and I was reading about the whole Ukraine situation that we're in right now, and how we're scared of Russia coming after us because of the whole situation of us quote unquote aiding Ukraine within their situation. But I also just read or just heard on a podcast that it's crazy, but the situation we have going on with them, we kind of structured that whole situation kind of how we structured World War II. We're doing the lend lease thing with them. So basically, what we're doing as the United States is we're working with Ukraine, and when they are getting literally fucked, we're sending them any. That's a crazy word. We're sending them whatever equipment they want, whatever missile, whatever tank, whatever guns with whatever bullets. But basically, every time they use them, they're ranking up a bill.
Yeah.
So, like we're saying, money and power, we're basically giving them all the tools they need to put themselves into billions of dollars into debt for this war. And once they lose, they're going to be stuck in this negative balance with the United States for
Once
power.
they lose, they're dead though. There's not
Look at it like
Ukraine.
that. That's
And it's
crazy.
crazy because I thought U.S. was kind of working with them. So I'm like, shit, we're going to get screwed because Russia's going to come for us. When in reality, they just did a deal to kind of put them into debt. So if United States needs anything, we could just use Ukraine for because they're so in debt for
But
us.
they have
They
resources
need to
too.
work with us, you know?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Ukraine in
But I
general
was-
though, bro, they have hella resources, bro. Like they have a lot of wheat. So like wheat turns into bread, you know?
We
And
need
into
the bread.
food. So
It all comes down to the bread.
It all comes down to the
yeah,
bread, bro.
exactly.
But I was
Hey.
seeing today something about Putin said if Ukraine wins the war from us helping Ukraine out, that Russia is going to come after us afterwards. But like it just doesn't add up because if they lose, they're obviously weak at that point. They're just coming after us, right?
Yeah.
And then Biden, I guess, is sending 31 tanks to Ukraine. He said that a couple days ago.
Yeah, I saw that.
31 tanks, bro.
I saw the U.S. general had commented that we might be going to war in 2025 too. That's a scary fucking thought.
I don't know if we can say this, but get strapped up.
True.
Get strapped
I agree.
I'll be in Cabo.
I'll be in Canada where nobody
Nah, I'm just
fights.
kidding.
He said, "I'll be in Cabo."
Nah,
I don't
but
even
for
know
real though,
where I go.
well, going back to your brand, like,
What the fuck,
dude,
Danny?
fuck the war, bro.
Okay, let's go.
Oh my
Let's talk.
What do you got planned for the year? 'Cause I saw that you're dropping something on the 3rd.
Yes, bro. This Friday we're coming up. We're dropping these jackets, actually, bro. So we got these windbreakers coming in.
Windbreakers.
Yes, sir. These Coach Varsity jackets. This is gonna be the second installment to our winter season, man. This is gonna be our first season as a brand, officially. And then after this, we got spring coming up. After spring, we got fall. After fall, we got winter. Winter's gonna be the next one. It's gonna be one of the biggest ones that I got planned out already for this next year because this winter I wanted to do full-on suits and full-on outfits, but I wasn't able to get to it. So this is our second piece this time, but understand that every drop coming on from now on, we're going to be doing accessories, but we're also going to be doing full-on outfits. So we got those planned out, bro. We got some little shirts and stuff we're going to drop here and there for certain occasions, but as far as right now, man, we got one drop every single season coming up for this year. And then from there on, bro, we're just going to perfect this whole little system we got coming on, and we're hopefully going to be able to multiply that for year and year coming after that, you know. As far as the company of Goat Hoops, we're going to be building a team next year, so we're going to have an actual in-house team with hopefully an editor. We're looking for 3 or 4 more videographers to be able to get our reach more out in the areas. Goat Media, we're gonna start looking at that a lot more deeper now because we have another photographer, another videographer on set. We got my best friend, my childhood best friend, my manager Vincent. He's gonna start helping out with all the managing aspects of booking me, possibly even booking other people that want to work for us. Man, there's a lot of big moves. You feel me? It's a lot more just being more serious about it, you know. So for sure, this next year is gonna be a huge one, bro. And everyone knows that because I got the Stay Dialed on here, bro, we gotta take care of these people. So you guys are gonna see Stay Dialed and some new gambler shit, hopefully, and a lot more new drops before they come out. You're gonna see a lot more getting debuted now. They got video up here. They got my man Zay behind the camera producing now. Shit's coming up with Stay Dialed. You feel me? So, man, no,
It's gonna
for
be a good year
sure.
though, for sure, dude. It's gonna
Yeah.
be a fire year.
I'm telling you, man, it's up from here, bro. And I'm glad you guys got this shit situated a little more. You
Yeah,
feel me?
bro.
Things are starting to move up. You got the whole background going up right
Yeah,
here.
bro,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, with these cameras too, dude. Like, we'll be doing shorts now, clips on TikTok, reels. Like, that's gonna blow us up even more.
You guys gotta do a shirtless
So,
podcast.
bro, no,
Hey.
hey,
We need the
But
visuals.
You're sitting on your
Nah.
head so they can see your ass.
oh,
Pantless. You
that
gotta go pantless for that
was
one.
that was us.
That was good.
That was crazy. I wasn't expecting that.
I don't know.
That
I
took
don't
a
know. I'd rather see his
turn.
ass than his stomach.
Oh,
That shit's thicker than a Snicker.
Oh, he gets worse
Pause.
and worse.
Pause.
Snickers look like penises. I hope you know.
Oh my
Well,
god.
now
My
you're
man has
thinking
a
of
kid.
penises. You're
That's
thinking of
crazy.
penises.
My man has a kid. Shout out Eric,
Oh, yeah.
dad of the
No, you
year.
can't even be
Yeah.
shirtless.
Ah, that's why I said. That's why I said.
Talk to me, Eric. What
Pantless.
you about to say?
Say it. Speak
Nothing.
your mind.
What's your mind doing right now?
He's debating on shirt or
His man's
pants.
twerking.
Nah, hell no.
That's
It's
hilarious.
just some out of pocket shit right there.
Hey man, I want to say something big, man. So pretty much for the people in the area, I just started partnering up with O2 Network. So I know these are friends of the
Hey, that's right.
podcast, bro. We're starting to do a lot more work in that. If you guys need anything, bro, we got they got they're making carpets now. They're doing stitching. They're doing screen printing. They're doing vinyl pressing. Tap in with them, bro.
Hell yeah.
They're young. They're hungry. They want to get this shit going. They're building their own brand on the side of that, and it's just like tap in with people, man. Tap in with the city, man. We got to get some shit pumping. You feel me?
I see what they're doing too, and that shit looks dope.
Yeah, bro, with the carpets look
Mhm.
fire.
I like the jellyfish.
Yeah, the one from SpongeBob. I liked it too.
Yeah.
That shit was cool.
Hey man, if you're gonna pay anybody, pay somebody you know. Pay somebody you
Yeah.
trust.
Oh,
You feel me?
yeah.
I had a question.
That was hot.
I was gonna smell it.
Whoa,
Bro.
Bro, you
Yeah.
on some sus shit
Fuck.
today.
Hilarious.
Going back to like your content and how you said you overthink. What do you overthink?
You know what? For me, I think very deep into what I like doing, but I think my main thing that I love, I'm really in love with a really good like a rollout. I like to plan things ahead of time and let things kind of fall into place. As far as like when we're doing a drop, I'm really trying to maximize my rollouts right now. Like I like having the post every single day that's leading you closer to something. I like the little teaser videos. I love the leaving the little what are they called? Leaving the little Easter eggs all
Yeah.
over. Like let me say
Yeah.
one word here and then let me all of a sudden pan it back here. And now that we have our team's forming better, we can have him now that he's more of a BTS person. People don't know that he's really actually a producer. So he makes beats, he does all that audio. So we want to take that to a different level too, of just being able to do beats, doing new original sounds, original. You feel me? To be able to build everything under the same house
Yeah.
of like owning the sound, giving him
Yeah.
rights and giving him the masters to his own
Yeah,
beats,
it's about the masters.
and then on the side being able to build and own our own visuals and expand as a production company. You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's what I
Yeah.
overthink the most. It's just making sure that everything I do is better than the last, and that's always subject to opinion. So I'm always driving myself crazy with that because
Yeah.
I might not think it's cool, but everyone else is saying I'm overthinking. Or
It's gonna work out though, bro.
you feel me?
Just do it, bro.
I really want to hopefully
come
one day
together.
start up a marketing. You feel me? Start up like really focusing on doing like moving with a team of people that can really help me maximize my ideas because I like tapping into different arts too, and then I need to learn how to be able to do and translate my messages. If it's not with my photography, then be able to direct some type of visuals, be able to work with people and other creatives to be able to bring out these stories and messages. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
short films. I've worked plenty on trying to build my own books. You feel me? So that's stuff that you might see in the future, but
You got me
Yeah.
thinking about you know how you used to watch all those like music videos on YouTube? It'd be like Vivo Productions. It's gonna be like Goat Productions type
Yeah.
shit like that.
bro, crazy.
Vivo.
Someone I look up
Remember
to a lot
Vivo?
in that
Yeah.
in that space is like Cole Bennett, bro. Cole
yeah,
Bennett
I
has
know.
done so much to
Fire.
build the infrastructure of his business. Like even that he's not behind the camera anymore, he's directing everything, and he's the one that's actually putting these crews together, and everyone's marching at their beat. You feel me? And that's someone that perfects how to translate his vision, and like even somebody like in the music space, like DJ Khaled, everyone's talking shit because he's just screaming over the records. But he's the person that's like
Bro, you smart.
he's bringing these people together, and he's
Yeah.
learning how to really orchestrate these big ass situations, and he's making these masterpieces out of them.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, when you learn how to build like that, you can't be stopped because even if you don't know how to do it, you're gonna find the best person in your circle, the best person around to learn, teach you, or to do it for you. You feel me? And I feel like that's where I need to be able to excel myself at. Because for so long it's been just me. It's like, oh, it's me, and that's came partly because my name was on everything.
Mhm.
But now that we're expanded, it's like, bro, like if you are dope as fuck and you do, bro, you could sing, you could dance, you could do anything you feel like you want to do. Like come and help and work with us. You feel me? Let's make some shit happen. Like it's room for everybody, man. You feel me? Like it's crazy,
I didn't
man.
even think of it like that for real. There really
Yeah.
is.
Like if you got a skill, bro, and like you come together as a team, like
Yeah.
that's so powerful. Like something big could come with it.
Bro.
It's just that skill that each person needs.
Mm.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy to look at all the opportunities everyone can put together if they really just work together. You
And
feel
put
me?
their mind to it.
Man.
Yeah.
Are we still good over there? Still good? All
Say bored as hell over there.
right. No, dude, I feel bad. You want to hop in? You want to take my
He's
seat?
gonna get a mic within the next couple weeks. Watch.
I know you will.
He's gonna get a mic.
Huh?
He's,
Oh, yeah.
he gotta have
Do you
the
want it?
he He gotta have the auto tune on it and everything. That'd be crazy. That'd be such a switch up.
Like Travis Scott. Sound like Travis.
Yeah. Some shit like that.
Talk to me, Swin.
What, you want to hear it again?
Oh,
Like
the
that?
heck?
Fucking up these people's ears, man.
I should do it louder then, right?
No, just fart in the mic.
Stay fucking dialed, man.
Then the
Stay
mic's
down.
gonna stink
Yeah.
up again. Worse than it was.
Again, it didn't go away. The
It
spray,
still didn't go away?
The spray went away.
what's on your wrist there? Oh,
I know. I was gonna
Carlos.
ask about that too.
What's on my wrist? The watch?
What's on my wrist?
Oh my gosh. It's a,
Show
it's
it
a
off.
watch. I actually got my mom got me this watch. Actually, it's a
Oh.
very, very special watch to me. My mom got it for me. It's by Kenneth Cole. It's not a big name brand watch, but my mom definitely put in some thought. I have a couple other watches. One that my dad gave to me,
Yeah.
and then another one that I just bought myself. But I think most of my jewelry, I just like it to mean something. You feel me?
Yeah.
And even though this is not a crazy expensive watch, it's probably like 100, 150 bucks. But like, when my mom got this shit for me, she knows that I really like am into like my pieces. You feel me? And I didn't
Yeah.
really walk around with too much flashiness on me, but she got me this nice watch for my last birthday, and ever since then, bro, like on big days, I put it on. You feel me?
Dope.
Dang,
Yeah,
you said
man.
big
Respect,
days.
bro.
Yes,
Nah, for
sir.
sure. You feel me? You
Yes,
feel me?
sir.
We had to do it one
Yes,
time. You
sir.
feel me?
Sure, that's just nice too.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
it is,
yeah.
sir.
Thank you
That's
guys.
fire,
I
bro.
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I feel like watches, bro, are so slept on too.
Bro, I
I
can't wear
know.
watches. I feel like my wrist is too fucking
Bro,
tiny,
I'll-
so I gotta stick with the
You're
Apple
wearing
You know
a
what
watch.
though?
With the Apple Watch, look how big his watch compared
this
to
is my
mine is.
biggest watch though, and it is very girthy, so I can't wear it.
Yeah.
But I have another one that like you guys
It's
are
very
wild.
girthy.
You guys are wild. That changed the whole story. And I don't really. This is definitely an attention grabber, so I'm very careful when I wear this one. But I
Yeah.
have other very thin watches where like you could just wear it every day.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why I got this Apple Watch. Huh? I can't wear that bulky shit because when I like move my wrist, it like kind of hurts.
Not
Your
even
wrist
for,
breaks
like-
or what?
Huh?
It breaks.
I don't know. Like there's a button right here, and I fucking tap it sometimes, and it's like buzz sometimes.
Your bones crackle.
It
Not
hurts.
even like
huh?
with a nice outfit or like a wedding or nothing.
What are you talking about?
A watch.
Hey,
Nah,
watches
I
are
have
just
no watches, man.
Watches are probably not everyone's steal. You feel me? Some people really don't wear watches, and I respect
Yeah.
it. You feel me? I never really wear watch. I never really wore jewelry in general until probably about a good 3 years ago. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like it's something that you definitely have to grow into, and if it's not
Yeah.
you, it's just not you. You feel me? Because sometimes it's not you, and then you try to force it, and it doesn't feel. I tried to force it a lot growing up too, like
Mhm.
Yeah.
trying to wear
facts.
necklaces and stuff like that. But it's like
Facts.
you grow into it, man. You have to allow yourself to grow into it. You feel me?
Yeah.
And you have to go through the whole like understanding what you want and what you like. I remember when I went to go buy my first chain, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go buy a chain. I got my money." Da, 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 da. I walk into the spot, look at the jewelry or whatever, and like it's so funny because that's a experience nobody really talks about when you first are going to buy something really expensive and you're shaking and you're not really making rational decisions.
Bro,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then when there's a line behind you and everyone else is waiting to look at shit and you're sitting there with everyone staring at you and you're like,
And they're all
Well,
hearing what you say.
if I don't buy this, I'm gonna look like I'm broke.
Yeah.
I lost a lot of money by doing that shit.
Where
so
it's
many
like,
times,
oh
bro.
yeah, just give it to me. And it's like, you feel me? Or you don't want to look at something and be like, nah, it's cool. I'll just come back another time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, going back to what I was saying, I bought my first chain. It was like a Cuban. I knew I wanted a Cuban chain. I went in. I asked him for the sizing. Like, oh yeah, I wanted about like not too long, probably about 20 inches. We're going through it. We're looking at the chains. I wanted solid, whatever, right? I ended up picking a chain. I ended up picking a piece and everything. Bought it. Tell me why I get home and I look at it and I'm like, this is the same piece I looked at. This was amazing. This was the one I want, the type I wanted, whatever. But for some reason, I just didn't like it. And I was like, that's so crazy that I just did that. But it's the adrenaline that passes to you because you're buying jewelry. And on top of that, when you're
Yeah.
looking at jewelry, my first was like, oh, I'm going to go to get gold because gold is like,
Let's go.
you want gold. You feel
Yeah.
me? But then I took a second back and I was like, it's crazy. Growing up, I never even liked gold. I liked like silver or like white gold. You feel me? I like that icy look. So
Yeah.
like, but with all that like adrenaline,
Yeah.
you're just like, I want that and I want that. And I want it to be gold. Like, but I don't know, man. It's crazy. Like, I don't know how we got here, but yeah, jewelry's something you have to grow into, man.
It was the watches.
Yeah,
I
the
remember growing up,
watch.
like forcing myself into watches too. Those Neff watches, but then like, yeah, dude, the matte ones. I used
Not
to
the
get
Neff
like, I had
watches.
like 3 of those Neff watches, but I think I grew into a phase where I realized that I don't need watches because I always have the fucking time on my phone. So like, I was out of watches for like 5 years, and then I just found out the Apple Watch tracks like calories. So I was going to the gym for a lot of
Damn.
these
So
days. So
I
like,
don't
I'm
need
gonna
the
fucking
time.
get this
Huh.
shit.
I got the
Track
time
my
on my
calories.
phone.
Yeah, ironically, it's
Yeah.
on brand, but for some reason, growing up, like I had like 2 or 3 G-Shock watches, and I was like,
Oh.
that was my shit. But them shits were hella bulky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what really made me like, damn, I need to slim down my watches, bro, because these things are giving me bruises.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it.
They're
man.
all bulky,
I ain't
man.
even gonna lie though. Give me 50 cents and give me one of those coin machines. Give me a chain.
Ooh.
Nah, we got icy.
Neck,
No, for
neck all
sure.
green.
I
For
used to
real.
get those 50-cent rings.
Yeah, anything, bro. It could be a ring, could be a chain, could be a fucking bracelet.
A ball.
Sus, bro. It's boy sus.
What?
That's
Sounds
crazy.
small.
That's
You're
crazy.
gay.
Yeah, you're
Dang.
Pause.
Confused. You had me confused right there.
That's funny, bro.
Not dumb.
Honestly, right now though, I think it's also a little awkward. Like I feel like I still didn't really grow into wearing necklaces until I got my piece. You feel me? And that one was a minute to grow into too. I'm not gonna lie, because like that was like, wow, bro, I don't know what's going on. But at that moment, I had gotten that instead of I was gonna get my logo tatted on me, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get my logo tatted on me because I was going through that moment of like coming out of that 1 year to 2 year gap of me not doing shit, or maybe just being in the house. You feel me? And I was like, bro, I need to be serious about this. I need to really commit to this. So what am I gonna do? I gotta do something big. I gotta just shock myself. You feel me? And I was like, I'm either gonna get this shit tatted on me, or I'm gonna do something else that's really big. And I looked at the money and the finances of it, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm ready to spend about like 2,000 on a tattoo, if that's really where I was gonna go. You feel me? Because I
Dang.
wanted to invest. You feel me? But then I was like, man, I looked at it and I was like, the next best thing, let me put my name in some gold. You feel me? Let me make it worth something. And I was like, all right, cool, let me do that. And then going through that was such an adrenaline rush. But man, like still, I don't think I'd even still wear necklaces right now if I didn't have that piece. That's what gave me the natural, like, okay, I'm gonna wear this because it means something to me. You feel me? Like, man, because other than that, I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna get robbed.
Yeah.
No, real life. That
Hell
shit's
yeah.
scary, man.
Yeah. That shit's hard though. I fuck with that chain, that goat piece.
Thank
never
you,
seen
man. Thank you.
Do you have it on right now?
Yeah, I do.
Show 'em.
Oh, that's intimidating.
What?
No, I'm just
Let's see.
kidding.
Sorry.
Let's see.
That's funny. That's funny. Hey, where is it?
Oh shit.
It is.
Fuck yeah, that shit's
Fire.
hard.
That's
yeah,
fire.
dude.
Yeah, bro,
That's
that
hard.
shit's crazy.
That shit is hard.
Fuck
I
yeah, dude.
appreciate it. I appreciate it.
You know, I've never asked this question, but what's the horns symbolize?
Man, it's the go horns, man. You feel me? Like it's just you gotta embrace it. And I guess now it's crazy to look at it, but I kind of grew into that image too because it's kind of wild looking at it. Like my little brother started calling my braids my goat horns. He was like, bro, those are your goat horns. Like, just embrace them, bro. Like, they curl all the way back. You feel me? Like,
For real.
just embrace it, bro. And then I guess, ironically, the goatee that I had kind of just grew in. It's kinda like, so it kind of just like, you feel me? It was a nickname,
Yeah.
but
Just became one
somehow
with the brand.
it just, and I wasn't even expecting it. My hair was just long as hell, and I just braided it. I started braiding it. You feel me? Well, actually, it was short. Then I started braiding it, and it got long. But I just, you feel me?
Yeah. Just kept
And
it
now it's kind of
inspired.
like, you feel me? I could
Yeah,
just kind of
fits.
use that. It wasn't intentional, but I could use that. That's cool.
I like how you did the whole word too. Your sticker on your hat
Oh yeah, bro.
with the horns still on the
Stickers
T.
everywhere, man. Stickers everywhere. Stickers on my phone. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like
that's hard.
slap them.
Dang, you got a
more coming
gambler
in.
sticker too?
Yeah, man. We got more gambler stickers coming in this week. I'll make sure to bless y'all. I'm gonna get y'all right with the little packages. I'm gonna make sure everybody gets a sticker. You feel me?
Appreciate that.
Bet.
Appreciate that.
Guys to, man. Guys to. Definitely. What do you guys got going on though? What's your guys' next podcast going on?
Next podcast. Well, we
Talk
post
to me.
on Thursday, so this podcast will be posted this Thursday.
Thursday, which
Uh,
means go get my drop tomorrow. You feel me? Tap in
Yes, sir.
www.gxgoat.com. Make sure to tap in for that pre-order. You feel me? We're gonna be shipping everything out ASAP. You feel me? Oh yeah. Well, I say G by, but I guess it's literally spelled G by goat, not GX. So it's GBYGOAT.com. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you for that correction. You feel me? But yeah, make sure to tap in on that, guys. It's coming out tomorrow. You feel me? And then be ready for the next restock for these hoodies, man. We're about to do a whole drop for the hoodies number 2, man, part 2.
Check it out. So we'll be dropping this podcast on Thursday the 2nd, and then he'll be dropping on the 3rd. So
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Stay fucking dialed, man.